cat suddenly hugged a dog, and they were like old friends, playing and romping together. The cat and dog snuggled up to each other, keeping each other warm. Two stray lives staged a heartwarming scene on the street. This uncle told us that both the cat and dog were abandoned by people. They had been waiting at the entrance of this unit for 6 months, and the little cat stayed with the dog every day, following him wherever he went. Like his shadow, they were almost always stuck together. The cat was a bit timid. Whenever someone approached, it would hide to the side, but it wouldn't run away. When people left, it would return to the dog's side and continue to wait for its owner. However, the entrance of the unit was always bustling with people, and the cat would always jump aside to avoid them. Only when there was no one around would it come back. They empathized with being abandoned, and their shared experience of being abandoned by their owners brought them together, and the light of friendship warmed their hearts. A kind-hearted lady saw how pitiful they were and made a small nest for the two little guys and often fed them some food. But even with a warm house, the dog always stayed at the entrance of the unit day and night, hoping that one day his owner would come and take him home, because the temperature was very low at night. The kind-hearted young man wanted to let the dog go back to the nest, so he sat at the entrance of the unit. When the dog came back, he found that his spot had been taken. He ran up to the young man, with his eyes full of pleading, hoping that he would give him back his spot. The young man had no choice but to get up and leave. When he saw the young man walk away, the dog ran back. Perhaps only here could he sleep soundly, but he wasn't alone. The cat, who had finished foraging for food, soon returned. In order not to disturb the dog's rest, the cat was very careful with every move, afraid of waking him up. Then it buried its head in the nest. The late night was cold, but this moment exuded warmth and love. They snuggled up together and spent another cold night. The next morning, they started to clean up after themselves and carefully observed every passerby. The nearby neighbors said that the dog's owner moved away 6 months ago, but did not take him with him. The orange cat's owner was an old lady who moved into a nursing home a few months ago. Somehow, fate brought them together. Since the dog's owner moved away, he has been waiting here every day for more than 200 days and nights, hoping to see his owner again. But he didn't understand that all this waiting was in vain. The dog carefully checked the face of every person, but he couldn't find that familiar figure in the constant stream of people. During the long wait, an orange cat walked into his world, perhaps knowing that it was difficult to dispel his longing for his owner. The cat chose to silently accompany the dog. At least, they were no longer alone, as kind-hearted people often brought food for them. Everyone hoped that the cat and dog could survive better, but as the weather grew colder, the harsh winter posed a huge survival challenge for every stray animal. Without people's help, could they successfully make it through the winter? Several days later, the residents of the neighborhood called in a rescue team, who spread out a fishing net in front of the door. As long as they entered the net, the rescue would be successful. At this time, the cat and dog had not yet discovered anything unusual. A kind-hearted woman tried to attract their attention with food, but the dog was very vigilant. It smelled the food on the ground but chose not to eat and ran away instead. On the other hand, the cat successfully entered the net with the woman's constant persuasion. People held their breath as the cat was successfully rescued. Seeing this scene, the dog was anxious and barked a few times, as if telling its friend that it would come back to save him. The whole afternoon passed, but the dog did not appear in the neighborhood. Would it come back? At night, the dog appeared in people's sight again. It cautiously walked towards the entrance of the building, carefully observing the surroundings, seemingly looking for its good friend's figure. Suddenly, the rescue team tightened the fishing net, but the dog was caught on the edge of the net, causing the rescue to fail. Everyone chased after it, but the dog had disappeared into the dark night. The next morning, the rescue team and the residents surrounded the entire area with fishing nets to prevent it from running away again. The rescue team also put the cat at the entrance of the building, believing that it would come back to look for the cat. When night fell, the dog indeed appeared in the neighborhood. It first looked around cautiously, confirmed that it was safe, and then ran towards the cat. The dog kept circling around the cat, seemingly thinking of ways to rescue its friend. When the timing was right, the waiting rescue team surrounded them, and with everyone's joint effort, the dog was finally successfully rescued. Everyone clapped happily. Afterwards, the cat and dog were taken to a pet hospital. After careful examination, the doctor said that they were in good physical condition. Of course, all of this could not have been achieved without the caring and attention of kind-hearted people. Finally, it is hoped that the cat and dog can meet an owner who loves them. Please do not easily abandon your pets who rely on you. If you encounter them, please treat them kindly.